We got $500,000 TI.
Was that like 60 a square foot?
Yeah, right at that. Yep. So we were able to get that, which that went really quickly. That money went faster than I thought. I was like, all right, we probably can get away with, having this and this, but, cost on steel's up, cost on labor's up since COVID, HVAC, everything, and this was a cold, dark shell. So we're doing mechanical, plumbing, electrical, everything.
Yeah. Everyone that doesn't know, like, you get it. This is a first generation space. This was a shit warehouse. Big money came in, developers redid the whole thing. They leave it wide open because they don't know who the first tenant is, right? They're not going to do anything on spec. They're going to wait for you to come in and you look at it, you're like, okay, cool. So how are you going to be delivering it to me? Like, this is how I'm going to be delivering it to you. We'll give you a bunch of money, but essentially it's just to put the shit that we would need to put in here anyway. The HVAC, the plumbing, the electrical panel, all that.
Yep.
Bring it up ADA at all the fucking things. And everyone is going to hear $500,000, like, oh, that would cover most of that equipment. It covers just the capital improvements to this building for the most part. There might have been some left over, probably not a lot, if anything.
No, there was nothing at all. We out of pocket for $250,000 plus on that.
So that's what I want to hit now. So okay, they give $500,000 in TI there, and then what did you have to cover in addition on the construction?
So two things. So I actually had a construction agent. So it's kind of weird. So when we were doing this, I was actually filming a TV show in Colorado. So I'm on the call in the morning trying to negotiate prices, and I'm like sending people here, sending MJ, my photographer here, and be like, yo, talk to this guy, like check out the space, make sure like shit's happening.
So all the Bravo shows going on, you're dealing with all that.
And I can't really talk during the day because we're filming. So I'm like early morning and we're 2 hours is in Colorado. So 2 hours back. So I'm, it's like 7 a.m. over there and I'm making calls, hungover as shit, trying to we're in the mountains, so I have no service. I'm trying to get Wi-Fi on my computer. It was a fucking spectacle, to be honest with you. So we signed with this company called Clancy & Days. I kind of got pushed into it. We have with the group that that owns this, in the lease, they were like, we're putting a construction management company in. They're going to pay for it, but it's kind of like a big brother to make sure we're doing shit right.
Yeah.
I learned that after the fact that they're on their side and not really helping me out.
Yeah.
But so they were like, I'm new to there, so I'm taking their kind of advice on like, all right, do this company. They'll get it done the fastest, blah, blah, blah. So I checked out like 3 companies. Ended up getting this. It was 1.1 or 1.2 million. I thought that was high for what we wanted. I was like, that seems high, but they can get it done the fastest. So if they can get it done 6 months faster than the other, $30,000 a month of what we're paying in rent, times 6. All right, we can make that work. So I signed with them originally. So about a month into kind of working with them, before they really started doing shit, the owner and I were butting heads on some shit. And he drew a line in the sand on something that he didn't think that I would say, fuck you. I didn't realize how Clancy & Days, they're building across the street. I had to deal with all their employees. They're literally 2 doors down from us. That's their main place. With all their employees, we're gonna work out here on a discounted rate. They were gonna pay us that. And he drew the line in the sand and I was like, I don't wanna work with someone who's doing this and fuck you. And my guy was like, you're gonna lose 2 months trying to get a new GC, trying to build it out. And it was a tough decision. It was the toughest decision I made again. Because I'm like, okay, one, if I say fuck you and I can't find anyone cheaper, I'm losing 2 months and I gotta do all this shit over. Like this could be a big fucking mistake.
Was it worth it?
Yes.
Okay.
Got someone that was $700,000.
There you go.
So, which I was expecting the true cost to be.
Sure.
I was hoping for $500,000. I was hoping that TI could cover the build out. I was like, that would be fucking awesome. No out of pocket, a little bit of, if anything. Actually, it wasn't even 7, it was like 675. So found a company that was a little bit smaller company, but it's not a crazy build out. Electrical's probably the hardest.
Yep.
We're not doing, a lot of walls. It's not a lot of cubicle shit.
You didn't put showers and nothing basic, nothing advanced.
So I was like, I want to do kind of basic, and then the interior design is kind of where I, stand out. So found it. They got it done on time. Clancy & Days is going across the street. They're 8 months behind on this project. The people that Colony is who the people that my oversight. They're pissed. Their shit's in my back.
I've seen it back there, yeah.
So I'm, trying to get extra rent because of that. So I'm like, I'm working another deal because that, and they're 8 months behind. It's causing a headache with everything. So they would have been, we probably wouldn't even be open right now. Honestly, I'd been, $500,000 out of pocket higher plus a couple months behind. So the biggest risk, but it paid off, it paid off so much. And the guys were smaller, smaller group of people, some good old boys, but you know, I'm hands-on. So when we started the build out, I was back from filming. I was hands-on. I was here every day.
I watched all the videos, man. I watched it.
So, and you know, a lot of times they're like, you know, when we were figuring out what they were going to do, and I'm like, owner doing, and he's like, what do you mean? You're going to paint the ceilings? I'm like, yeah, I got a scissor lift. They're going to paint it. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, take that off. It's $50,000 to paint the ceiling. Take that off. Another 30, 40,000 to paint the walls. Take that off. I got it, bro. So I'm cutting shit. I'm lean as fuck. I can't do plumbing. I'm not certified. I'm not certified at electrical.
Yeah.
I know enough to be dangerous where I can play around with it, but the big things, you know, obviously anything else, I got it.